I just woke up by alarm, and in the morning I always play my phone, open my all social media except my WhatsApp, and I just lay in my bed and doing little exercise after I wake up. And I just realized something that I forgot, and I decided to open my WhatsApp, and yes, I forgot about that text that Miss Rizka gave to me. And I'm the way to Puputan Monument Klungkung from my house around 3 minutes, about 2 kilometers from my house. And I park my motorcycle in front of the monument.
Hello guys, how are you today? Let me introduce myself first. My name is Ida Ayuma Dekasya Pramanandani, but you can call me Dekasya. I'm from 3B Class English Education Department. In this video, I would like to explain about the monument Puputan Klungkung, include the historical.
This is view when you visit the Puputan Monument Klungkung. A lot of people spending their weekend on the monument and just hang out and sit with their friends or family. And in front of the Puputan Monument Klungkung, there's a sign Ida Dewa Agung Jambi. To enter the monument, you don't have to pay, it's free. But if you want to enter the Kertagosa, you have to pay. The monument Puputan Klungkung is very large. There is a lot of trees and beautiful garden, and also there is a fish pond. And also a lot of students come to monument to play. And there is also sign of motto Klungkung, Dharmaning Ksatria Mahotama.
Puputan Klungkung Monument is one of the most iconic landmarks in Bali. The monument takes up at the form of lingam nyoni and is located in the center of the city. One of the things that makes the monument a key tourist attraction is because it rises to 28 meters above the ground, which makes it a distant part of the city's skyline. The Klungkung Monument is located in the middle of Semarapura, so it can be easy reached from Denpasar, Besake, or Candi Dase, and is visited regularly by locals and foreigners. Puputan Monument's construction, Klungkung, is motivated by two factors, namely historical factors and tourism factors. The historical factors behind are the Klungkung below's incident caused the death of the king of Klungkung, Ida Dewa Agung Jambi, together with all family members, priests, royal dignitaries, and more of 1,000 loyal soldiers. Therefore, in memory big event and honor the warrior five who died during the Puputan event Klungkung that happened in the past. Then, a monument was built, Puputan Klungkung, which aims to important events in the past can be continued, remembered by the. Meanwhile, from the tourism factor, Puputan Monument construction Klungkung is also expected to be used as a tourist attraction history in Semarapura city. Because of this building has historical value, high, so that tourists become interest to visit this monument as historical.
The statue of the king was made to commemorate his glory. Ida I Dewa Agung Jambi was the founder of Klungkung Kingdom in 1686 and was the successor of the Gelgel dynasty. Gelgel Kingdom at that time was the center of the kingdom in Bali. In addition to the statue of the king, there is also the statue of his son is Ida I Dewa Agung Gede Agung. There is also a statue of Patih or the right hand man of the king, namely Patih Lingsir and the Patih Anom, as well as the statue of the royal soldier named Pasukan Tombak Oncer Ganda.
Existence the Puputan Klungkung Monument can be realized as a building that has its own uniqueness. The monument can be seen from the shape and the building structures and the romas. This monument is basically built in memory the Puputan Klungkung incident, and that happened on Tuesday, 28 April 1908. From the unique shape of the building, it turned out that not everyone knows the meaning contained it. The aim of the Klungkung Monument is that it is supposed to serve as a memorial for the future generation about the historic event that occurred on 28 April 1908 about the resistance of the Indonesian people against imperialist efforts of the Dutch. In a final confrontation with the Dutch, the Raja of Klungkung with 200 soldiers tried to attack the Dutch but was shot. The six wives of the king then killed themselves in the response. The use of black stone, the carve out the monument. Puputan Klungkung Monument has potential as a medium local history learning that matter evident from the structural features Puputan Klungkung Monument. It building which has a very basic meaning which symbolizes the date of occurrence, the events of the Klungkung Puputan War in April 28, 1908, as well as if the room has interiors that are contains a high value like a statue and dioramas that tell the story, the struggle of the people of Klungkung against the Dutch.
This relief show the situation of the old traditional architecture of Balinese people in the past time. They look very busy to prepare all things they need for carrying out a ceremony, or we call it yatnya, and the people generally like to look after animals, pig, cows, chicken, dog, cats, and etc. And this picture show the first king who ruled Bali was Dalam Mendahulu. He was a very cruel king. The king thought that he was the god. At the time, the Hindu religion had not influenced the Balinese people yet. And this picture show the Balinese people had a golden age in the rule of Dalam Waturenggok. The king led his people energetically and with a high dedication. The king and his people built their country in all the parts of the people lives. They built culture and civilization, farm, religion, art, etc. Mainly, they succeed to develop the system of the farmer organization, which is now called Subak. At present, not only the Balinese farmer still follow system Subak, but the farmers out of Bali too. In the 5th century, under the rule of King Dalam Waturenggong, culture and civilization had a fluent development. Besides farming, architectures and arts also had high process. Architects built temples, traditional architectures or buildings, and the actors practiced drama, and the singers sang song, or we know is wirama, regularly. In the 19th century, the company had come to Bali. Actually, they had come to Bali in the 19th century, but they had not showed their strength yet. Jagaraga, an area in eastern part of Beleng, was attacked by the company in this 19th century. Of course, the people defended their village to an end from the attack of the company's soldiers. In the same year at Kusamba, an area in the eastern part of Klungkung, there was also a battle between company soldiers against the people of Kusamba. The company soldiers was led by General Michael, and the people of Kusamba were led by a lady whose name was Ida Idewa Agung Istri Kania. General Michael was dead in the battle of being stabbed by magic Chris of the king of Klungkung kingdom. In this picture show in the year of 1906, the company attacked Denpasar, an area in southern part of Bali. The king and his people defended their country to an end. But unfortunately, Denpasar lost the battle. It was seen in this relief that the soldiers of the company were bringing prisoners of war through Sanur's beach. This is relief of a situation in the king's place of Klungkung. The king was having a meeting. He had called all his officials. They were ordered to prepare all needs for carrying out ceremony, or we know is yatnya. In this relief in Gelgel, companies made a riot by making opium war. The company burned the cottage of Chandu. It made the situation in a mess and developed the king's place into a worse tension. This is the relief of the situation in the place of Gelgel's kingdom, with the temple of Dasar at the background. This relief show in the year of 1908, the company soldiers attacked Klungkung kingdom. Ida Idewa Agung Jambe, the king of Klungkung, led his people to defend his kingdom. During the battle was going on, the soldiers of the companies who were stationed in other island of Nusantara came to Bali to help their friends. They entered the kingdom's place and ruined the buildings. Since Klungkung lost the battles, companies colonized Bali. The company ordered the 8th king of Bali to have a meeting in Denpasar. Ide Idewe Agung Oke Gek, the new king of Klungkung, attended the meeting. This relief show in the year of 1942 Japanese soldiers came to Bali. Japanese government ruled Bali very cruelly. The people of Bali had to work hard all the time. The people were poor. They had no food to eat. They had no clothes to wear. This is a relief of the situation how Japanese act to the people of Bali. And Margarana battle was one of the battles of the Indonesian independence, which was led by Bung Karno and Bung Hatta. The unity of the soldiers which defended Margarana was named Ciung Wanara. Ciung Wanara fought against Nisa bravely to defend their village under the leader of I Gusti Ngurah Rai. Later on, the Indonesian government and its people built Indonesia materially and spiritually. Since 1966, Indonesian government was led by President Suharto. The Indonesian government has built a lot of cenotaphs. One of them is the cenotaph of Klungkung battle, which has been innovated by the Minister of Home Affairs. This is the relief of the leader of the development progress, President Suharto and his wife, Miss Tin Suharto. They look very happy to harvest rice in the rice field. This relief symbolizes that we have step by step succeed to upgrade our nation progress.
The existence of the Puputan Monument Klungkung has a very important role strategic to function as a media local history learning. Monument it gives us an idea of important events that happened in the past. This event must be remembered by the younger generation, especially students, remembering how heroic the fight was, but the fighters in Klungkung in the fight against colonialism. But in the fact, the existence of the monument Klungkung in the middle of the city of Semarang has not been used by the teacher at the school. Remembering the monument has huge potential and can be applied in history learning to support foster of sense, love for history in a particular local history for students.